Become a supporting member by visiting zionmembership.com. Alternatively, use the link below. Thank you. Chosen ones, empaths. We always hear about narcissists going around causing destruction, right? Causing destruction with the lives of those who they're involved with. But the thing is, the narcissist that was involved in your life, right? Hopefully now you've separated. Hopefully now you've gone your separate ways. But they're not exempt from toxic people. They're not exempt from toxic people. These narcissists, after they leave a chosen one and an empath, whether they were discarded, whether you were reverse discarded, or whether you had to cut them off because they become so toxic, they're not exempt from experiencing toxicity themselves. They will run into toxic people in this world. This world is filled with toxic creatures, right? And they will experience this within their own families, these narcissists you're involved with. They'll experience toxicity in their own families, right? They'll experience it in their workplace. They'll experience it among their friends. They'll experience it in future relationships. They're not exempt, right? We always make the mistake of thinking and feeling remorseful, thinking they're going to make victims of other people. We always make that assumption. And we think that the narcissist that was involved in your life is going to start causing problems in the lives of others, right? And making others their victims. But no, there's different degrees of narcissism. There's different degrees. There's lower down narcissists, highly awakened narcissists, and all in between, right? And these lot run into each other. Yes, when they first encounter each other, they're both putting on a display. They're both putting on a whole show. And they're tricking one another to fall in love or to be friends or to be colleagues at work or to be close in a family tight circle. They're playing tricks on each other. So the thing is, these narcissists fall for the charm of each other. They fall for the charm of each other. And it only takes a little while, right, before the awakening begins. And they realize, oh my goodness, this narcissist that was involved in your life is like, oh my goodness, I ran into someone else just like I am, or worse than I am. This is what happens, right? And this is when they remember you, the chosen one and the empath. They remember you. They remember everything you did. They remember how you used to basically be in servitude to the narcissist, constantly appeasing the narcissist that was involved in your life, constantly showing them love, care, and affection, whether this was a romantic partner, a friend, a family member, an associate, a colleague, whoever. You constantly used to be at their beck and call, constantly appeasing them. And now in their destructive relationship that they're involved in, whether it's romantic, friendship, family member, whoever, right? Like I said before, it doesn't matter. There is destruction in these relationships they're involved in now, whoever it is with. And they've got the constant reminder of the empath, the constant reminder of the chosen one. It's highly unlikely for narcissists to run into another empath or another chosen one. It's very highly unlikely. And the thing is, I've mentioned this before, you offered a tailor-made supply for this narcissist that was involved in your life. You offered a tailor-made supply that suited and fit perfectly, like it was perfectly designed for this narcissist. That's what an empath provides. That's what a chosen one provides. Such a unique supply source that is catered to this narcissist, right? It's catered to them. And they become accustomed to this. They become used to it. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But they become accustomed to it. They become used to that way that you used to treat them. So let's just say, right, for the sake of the video, this narcissist that was involved in your life happens to stumble upon another empath or another chosen one, right? Let's just say, firstly, this empath or this chosen one that they run into might have already experienced narcissistic abuse, so they've already awakened to the fact of narcissists, so they might cut it off very early. Another alternative reality is the fact that the narcissist doesn't appreciate, and because they're so ungrateful, won't even appreciate this new chosen one or this new empath in their life, and won't even realize what they are because they're so caught up on you. They're always caught up on what's previous, this narcissist that was involved in your life. They're always caught up on before. That's how it is with them. That's why they're in that ever-going cycle, going from supply to supply to supply, and they have to conjure this concoction of supplies, whether it's their flying monkeys, their family members, their friends, their romantic partners, and they have to conjure this whole mixture up, right, to try and make it be a sustainable source of supply that equates to what you used to offer solely on your own. That's what they have to do, and that is what they do. You know, they're not gonna come back and tell you, oh, you were great, I shouldn't have treated you wrong, I was wrong. They're not going to do that. Maybe some of the lesser narcissists do that. I've read that in the comment section with these narcissists you're involved with. The narcissist does actually come back and say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. But that's lesser range narcissists, lower on the spectrum, right? Other ones will not, they'll be so stubborn, they're not actually going to admit that they feel the lack and the absence of you in their lives. They're not going to admit it. So they get that master plan to tame supply from various outlets, like family members, like friends, like colleagues, like associates, like romantic partners. And they conjure this mixture in hopes that it provides a sustainable source of supply that equates to what you used to offer. So the thing is they do this, but when they're conjuring this mixture from various forms of supply, they're met with toxicity. They're not met with gratitude and love and care and what you used to provide. They're met with toxicity from certain individuals, and they can't cope. They can't cope with the fact that people are out there willing to take them for a ride, right? You know, like they say, there's always someone stronger. There's always someone taller. There's always someone shorter. There's always someone else that's going to go worse. And this is what they run into. Call it karma, call it God's will, call it whatever you want. But when they disrespect a chosen one or an empath, they've got bad things coming to their life. You know, you're highly favored by the universe. You're highly favored by God. However you want to look at it, whatever your belief system is, you're highly favored on this earth. And this narcissist you was involved with is not highly favored in the degrees of God or in the sight of God or in the sight of the universe. They're not highly favored. They're a decrepit species that seems to wander the earth, causing destruction, right? They rack up huge debts of karma on their heads. They've got a price on their heads, these narcissists you was involved with. You don't have to lift a finger. No one has to lift a finger. They've got it coming. They are their own walking havoc, destruction. They're their own destruction. They're walking into destruction. They cause destruction. They're walking into badness, right? That's what happens to these narcissists you was involved with after they disrespected you, after they caused you pain, and they went on to proceed with their lives. They're not exempt from toxic behavior. And this is what they're met with. They're met with toxicity wherever they turn. Because you, as a chosen one, you are rare. This narcissist who was involved, they never gave you your props. They never showed you what you deserve. Right? This narcissist who was involved with. Now, wherever they turn, they're met with these reminders of you. You know, you just have to look out there and you can see how toxic the world is, how toxic people's nature is. They're not going to tolerate this narcissist. The only reason you tolerated them is because you're a good person. The only reason you put up with their BS is because you're a good, decent person. An honest, true empath that you are, who's empathetic, who put their needs first, who done everything for them, who provided for them, who cared for them, who loved them, right? Whether this is a romantic partner, friend, it's all the same. Empaths treat people with kindness. Empaths treat people fairly. Empaths don't want to harm others, right? So just rest assured that this narcissist that was involved in your life is not exempt from running into toxicity. And they're going to run into toxicity wherever they go. And even like I said earlier on in the video, I'll just paraphrase it again. Even if they were to meet another chosen one or another empath, they're used to the tailor-made supply that you built for them, that you provided for them. They're used to the way that you used to do things. This new person, they won't realize what they're worth till after they've disrespected them, ran them into the ground, and then gone to someone else. Then they're going to start thinking about the previous person, saying, oh, that person did have benefits. That's how the mind of the narcissist works. Okay? Thanks for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently, I've got a secondary channel, a spiritual channel. Become a supporting member by visiting ZionMembership.com. Be back with another video soon. Peace.